Hello everyone, let's do today's daily liquid question. Oh, this is easy. Great. Given the root of a binary tree, check whether it is a mirror of itself or not. I symmetric around its center. Got it? It means that so one is the root and its left subtree and right subtree they are of equal value. So I should only look the values, right? So 1 left is 2, 2, 3, 3. So this is also, oh, this is not symmetric. Why? 1. Oh, it's check whether it is a mirror of itself. So, oh, okay. It should not be equal. It should be a mirror. So it means its left child. Um, it means two's left should be equal to two's right, and vice versa. Okay, sounds good. So I'll draw three quickly here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Have I done this question before? No. 2, 4 and 3, right? Okay, so what I should do here is I'm thinking of solutions. So in a brute force way, what I do is first of all I look at its root, and then I'll go to its left, go to its right, look at its, and I mean its left and right, the values should be equal. And again, if I'm going to its left, and I'll go with, for any root I'll go to its left and right, so it means there will be a kind of function where I mean function root 1 and root 2. So this will return function check if symmetry. So this will return me if this is true or not, only if its left and right values are true. Okay, yeah, so this will return me true if 2's left is 3, 2's right is 4. So the value 3 and 4, 2's left is 4, and 2's right is 3. So what I'm thinking is I should also look in depth, isn't it? So when I'm looking at this, then I should also check if symmetry, if root 1 dot left and root 2 dot right. So it means so suppose if root 1 is 2 and root 2 is 2, this 2, then I'll look at 3 and this will look at 3. So this will be my root, new root, and similarly I'll go until I so it means that I will return that it is false immediately if the values are not equal. I mean 2's left 3, 2's right is 3. So suppose if this was 5, then I can say that the value is not equal, right? So root 1 that value is not equal to root 2 that value, so I will immediately return false in this case. But if it is not, then if this is equal, 3 and 3, this is equal, then it means that I would have to go deeper, isn't it? So 3 and 3. So in this case also, like this root 1 is 2 and root 2 is 2. So since the values are equal, so I would now need to check its left and right, this left and right. So 2's left, now I will check its 2's left and 2's right as well. So if this 2 is equal or not, so if it is equal, then I would continue checking it's right and left. So I'll continue checking right and left. Or what I can say is I can just say return to give symmetry, or so only if this is true I look for this, right? So only if these two are 3 4, only if these are equal, now I'll look at its right and root 2's left. Okay, so sometimes what happens is sometimes this might be null as well. So what if this is null? Then I cannot produce a value. So I think that I should first check if root 1 if there is root 1 but not root 2, I mean both should have a value, right? So what if what I'm trying to check if one has a, if one is null but another one is not null, then in that case also I should return false. So how to check that? So I'm checking this is left and this is right. This is a left and this is a left root, this is right. So what I should do is if both exist, then I should there might be case where both are null as well. So if we have both null, then we should return true, right? So in this means that this is also null and this is also null, so we are returning true in that case. But if we have oh my god, so if both are not null, so it means that root 1 so in this case both root 1 and root 2 are null. By root 2 I mean root left and this is root right. Right, so if both root left and root right are null, right, in this case, so this is also null and this is also null, because if it is null then this will return true, this will also return true. But if one of them has value, if one of them is not null, then what happens? If one of them is not null, if one of them is not null or both of them is not null, I'm just trying to make the code shorter. So what I can do is if every root left and not root right, then do something. Or if we have root right and not root left, then do something. Otherwise So in these three cases we should return false, right? So if we have root left, if this is not null, if this is not null and this is null, then this will return true. And if this is null, if this is not null and this is null, then this will return true. But if both of them are not null, then it will look at this one and return false. I think this should also work. So if both of them are null, then it will return true. But if one of them is null, then it will return false. Or if both of them are not null, then okay. And at last, if both of them are if both of them are not null and both of them are equal, then we would look at its left and right values. Okay, suppose in this case, if this is 3, then so 2's left is 3, 2's right is 3, so these are equal. Now it will look at its left and right, so both are null, so this will return true, so this will return true. Or I mean, if this was false, then it will return false immediately, and this will also return true, so it will return true at last. So 3, yeah, this will return true. And now after this returns true, now it will check for 4. Okay, I think this would work. So there is a function check if symmetry. I did not explain this very nicely, but still, check if symmetry. I think could you solve it both recursively and iteratively? I'm doing this recursively. So the number of nodes will at least be 1. So what I can do is I can just pass return check if symmetry root dot left and root dot right, because there will at least be a root. So root dot left will always be return something. And yeah, value, I think this should work. So first of all, we are looking at root dot left and root dot right. We are passing it, and if both are null, then it will return true immediately, right? So if this is the case, if there is just one, then it is a symmetric tree. But if one of them is not null, like if it was like this, if one is 2 and another one is null, then it would in this case would be true. So yeah, so this case would be true, so this will return true false immediately. Or if in this case this would be true, there is right but there is no left, so this would return true immediately. And in this case, if both have values but the values are not equal, then it will return true immediately. Otherwise, if none of these cases is true, then it would now go to it will now look at its children. It will now go still down, so it will look at those left and right children. Like if it is 3 4 4 3 4 5, suppose, then it will look at now it will look at two's left 3 and 5. So since 3 and 5 values are not equal, it would return false immediately. But what if 3 and 3, if both were equal, then it would look at its children now. So it is kind of depth first. So we are just going deeper. So finally, after all trees, after all three's roots, it returns true. Then we'll check for 4 and 4. So yeah, so this is one solution. Oh my god, why 2 3 3 4 5 5? Oh, 2 3 3 5 4 5 5. Interesting. Let me not delete that. So 2 3 3 5 5 5 means output should be 3, right? 3 3 2 3 3 and 4 4 5. Does this tree look like this one? 2 3 3 4 5 5. I mean, expected is false, but the output is true. Why? I mean, in this case, first of all, we are looking at, first of all, we would, we would look at its root, left and right, and then left and right, they are equal. So we'll look at now 4 and right. So 4, there is 4 and there is null, right? I mean, 3 is, root left, third left, root right, third right, left and right, isn't it? This left and 3 is right, and then it's right and it's right, left. So this would be 4 and null, right? So if both is not null, then it would return true. But since in this case root left is 4 and this is true. Oh, okay. Okay. So if one of them is true, then I should return false. So it should be and not or. So because if this is true, then I should return false immediately. I don't need to look at another, you know. Only if none of them is true, then I should look at if it is true or false. Root third left. Root left, third left. Oh, what is happening here? 1 to 2, null, 3, 3. This question? 1 to 2, null, 3, null, 3. Okay. So in this case, first of all, we are looking at 1, then 2, 2, left, 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 right. And then now we look at 2's left and 2's right. So 2's left is null and 2's right is 3. So this will be null and 3. I think here also it should be and, right? Because this will return true. And if this returns true, then I should still check another expression if there is and. Yeah. So this is the mistake. Oh no, what? Can read properties of null. Wow, is that value null? So root that left and root that right. Root left and root right. So first of all, the value root left will be 2 and 2. And since both of them are not null, this is also false. This will also be false. And I think that I'm doing some mistake in and or. So I'll just, so if there is a and value, then true and false. So if there is and, then both expressions should be true to return true. So if a first expression is true, then I need to check for another expression as well. But if in our expression, if one expression is true, then I will return true immediately. I don't even need to look at another one value. So in this case also, I'm checking if both left, right, and not both are null, then only I need to return true, right? So and is correct. If this will return true, this also return true. Then I mean, if it is null, then not null will return true, right? So uh, so in this case, I mean, if this is the case, not null, then this will return true. So yeah, and for this one, so 2's left is, if 2's left is null and 2's right, this one is 3, then in this case, this one would do, right? So there is right, but there is no null, so this would return true. Yeah, this would return true. So actually this would be odd only, because if one of them returns true, then I can just return false immediately. I don't need to check for all the values. So what was the mistake here? Oh, oh my god, why did I take so much time to complete this? What was the mistake here? Okay, anyway, thank you for watching.